Hi, this is Annie of ByAnnie.com and Patterns by Annie. Thank you so much for joining us today for Live with Annie. As usual, we've started the stream a bit early. This helps us get everything set up and broadcasting properly to our various platforms. You can find a countdown clock on the screen showing how long it will be until we actually go live. While you wait, please connect with us and other viewers in the chat. Let us know where you are from and whether you're a new or longtime viewer. We'll see you live soon! Thanks again for joining us for Live with Annie. We are so happy to have you with us today. While you wait for the program to start, we hope you'll enjoy the content playing on screen. There's so much inspiration, so take a moment to tell us what you love in the chat. Don't forget there is a countdown clock on the screen so you know how long until we go live. Hi, it's Annie again, reminding you that we'll be going live with this week's episode shortly. There is a countdown clock on the screen showing how much time is left. You've got just enough time to grab some water or a beverage of your choice and a snack, and to connect with us in the chat. We'd love to hear what you've been working on this week. It's Annie, back to remind you that we'll be starting this week's live very shortly. We've got a really fun episode planned for today, and we'll see you soon. And Patterns by Annie. Thank you so much for joining us for episode 39 of season 4 of Live with Annie. And thank you so much to everyone who have supported our annual SewPINK Initiative. We are wrapping things up today by taking a look at projects shared on the SewPINK blog hop for the second half of the campaign. There are some amazing projects here, so stay tuned. Casey, Jackie, and I returned yesterday from Houston, where we were vendors at International Quilt Market and Quilt Festival. It was so wonderful to connect with our local quilt shop customers, designers, industry partners, and makers from around the world. Thank you to everyone who stopped by our booth to say hello and to learn about ByAnnie patterns and products. Seeing you and hearing your stories really makes all the hard work worthwhile. I was especially tickled to meet this ByAnnie fan whose granddaughter made her 2 friendship bracelets. One said Tula Pink and the other said ByAnnie. We announced 2 brand new and 2 updated patterns at the show, and starting next week we will take an in-depth look at each. You'll see models of the new patterns on the set today, and you can find lots more info at our website. Just click on What's New. We also have a new fall catalog. If you are a U.S. customer who's placed an order in the past 6 months or so, you should be getting a catalog in the mail by about November 20th. You can also order a catalog for just a penny or view a PDF on our website. Just search for catalog and you'll see the options. Note that we also shared a brief look at each of the new patterns in a video that we filmed on the first day of market, and we talked about them again when the amazing Tula Pink did her annual booth tour of the ByAnnie booth. You can find links to both of those videos in the description for today's live. Be sure too to check out Tula's visit with Alyssa of Quilting Alyssa. In our last episode, we featured the amazing blog posts that were shared by our talented industry partners during the first half of the SewPINK blog hop. There were so many great posts and great inspiration. If you missed it or want to watch it again, remember that you can find all the previous 176 episodes of Live with Annie on our Facebook page, our YouTube channel, or at ByAnnie.com. And we'll put up all the links to make them easy for you to find. As you may know, each October we celebrate Breast Cancer Awareness Month during our SewPINK Initiative. Our goals are to raise awareness, encourage people to get their screenings, come together as a community, and donate to breast cancer research. To help raise awareness and share the fun, we invited other designers to join us for a SewPINK blog hop. In our last episodes, we shared posts for the first half of October, and today we'll share the amazing inspiration that came in during the last half. So let's get started. On October 17th, we were joined by Jenny at Clover Violet, who shared her favorite pink Rosa supply case. Travel cases are such a practical project because once you're done, you can store your sewing supplies right in the case. And Jenny's case has plenty of pockets for all your supplies. It would be great for traveling or taking to appointments and waiting rooms. Soft and stable is the perfect material to give your case some extra body and stability. As Jenny said, not only does one layer give this case all the sturdiness it needs, but don't you just love the way it puffs up when quilted? I know I certainly do. Jenny really took this project over the top by using the modern hexie method to create a beautiful quilted design on the front of the case. And for those who check out her blog, make sure to scroll to the bottom of the page where she is hosting a $50 gift card giveaway to the online fabric store of your choice. And don't worry if you're outside the U.S., Jenny has opened up the giveaway internationally. Back for her 5th year with the SewPINK blog hop is my longtime friend and former employee, Caitlin Howell with Knot and Thread Design. Kate always has fun projects and good advice to share. As Kate said in her introduction, it can be easy to neglect our own health when we have so many other things going on in our lives. So SewPINK is a welcome reminder to use the resources available to us and take care of ourselves. That's such a great summary of our goal with our SewPINK initiative. And Kate really did sew pink when she found the pinkest fabric she could to make her newest pattern, the Janet May purse. She finished it off with Sew Stitch Supply's bold stripe webbing in the flamingo pale pink. If you're interested in making one of her Janet May purses yourself, be sure to fill out the form to enter her giveaway that includes everything but fabric needed to make the purse. Kate will be doing the drawing on Friday of this week, so get your entry in soon. On October 19th, Christine from Chris W. Designs shared a new free pattern inspired by the color pink. In addition to the free pattern, Christine also shared a video tutorial to make it. Christine wrote, "Inspired by the color pink, the Heartfelt Haven pouch embodies more than just a hue. It symbolizes hope, strength, and compassion. Creating this pouch for the SewPINK initiative, my thoughts were drawn to the unyielding spirit of those who have faced breast cancer with resilience and grace. The heart-shaped pocket on the exterior is a tribute to love and support. It's a reminder of the connections and communities that unite us in the fight against cancer. This design celebrates the courage of survivors and aims to bring awareness to the importance of early detection and support. Each stitch carries a message of hope and solidarity, encouraging us to cherish the moments and loved ones that matter most. Through the Heartfelt Haven pouch, I hope to inspire others to join the cause, raising awareness and spreading positivity, one beautiful creation at a time." I really loved that message. Thank you so much, Christine. Go back a little bit. Joining us on October 20th was Matthew of MX Domestic. Matthew shared an amazing A Place for Everything bag, which has actually been in process for over 2 years. They originally hoped to have their A Place for Everything 2.0 finished for the 2022 SewPINK blog hop, but like many of us quilters, other projects, responsibilities, and mental health issues prevented them from finishing. We are so glad they returned to this project because it turned out wonderfully. Matthew told us a bit about their process. My A Place for Everything 2.0 began with me foundation paper piecing an M in hues of blue and an X in hues of pink. I used some prints from Allison Glass's Soliloquy and Juicy Juice's Scrawl fabrics and their new mini alphabet pattern, all of which are available in my shop. Matthew aimed for a chic design, and we think they nailed it. On October 21st, Kathy from Kathy's Quilts and More shared 2 personal stories about how breast cancer has affected her. Kathy's mother-in-law is a survivor of breast cancer, and Kathy herself had a scare after a mammogram. Thankfully, when the mammogram was redone, they found nothing. But this really highlights the importance of early detection. The sooner any cancer is found, the better the chances of survival. We hope our SewPINK initiative will help people remember to schedule their regular mammograms and to take other preventative measures. Be like Kathy, who took preventative measures with her SewPINK project by practicing on an easier pattern by attempting a more challenging project bag. Kathy had planned to make either Hold Everything or Divide and Conquer for the blog hop, but never having worked with vinyl, she decided to try something that used vinyl but was a bit simpler first. so she made a fun pink bag using vinyl and our Project Bags 2.0 pattern. She said she learned from this project and feels better prepared now to proceed with Hold Everything and Divide and Conquer. That is really great advice, Kathy. Thanks so much. Boy, I'm thirsty today. Brittany from Bobbin with Brittany had an encouraging message for us on October 22nd. Breast cancer runs in Brittany's family and unfortunately took the life of her aunt while she was only in her 30s. Her cousin was also recently diagnosed with breast cancer, which helped Brittany become more informed by the constant advancements in the medical field. Every year, researchers find new and better ways to help treat those suffering from cancer. With all those advancements, cancer is less scary, and Brittany can take comfort in knowing her cousin has the best chance for a long and healthy life. For her project, Brittany made 2 ByAnnie patterns. She started by making our A Place for Everything 2.0 bag. She utilized a large vinyl pocket to hold her quilting supplies and made several smaller pockets on another page to hold her go-to tea packets. The one thing she couldn't fit in her A Place for Everything was her teapot, but luckily we have a pattern for that too. Brittany used our Tea Time pattern to make a fun matching tea cozy, so now she really does have a place for all her essentials. Our sweet friend Sue O'Very at Sookie Sews was our guest on October 23rd. In her post, Sue provided a link to her YouTube video for a fun zippered bag incorporating mesh. It's designed to be made using a serger. This simple yet adorable mesh zipper bag is a great way to learn many serger skills, including the best settings for working with mesh fabric on a serger, the perfect feet and settings and pro tips for easily inserting a zipper on a serger, how to find the ideal seam allowance when using a serger, secrets for pressing a zipper to perfection, how to achieve flawless corners every time, and expert tips on pressing for a crisp and professional finish. What a great opportunity to practice your serger skills with a real expert. On October 24th, Rena at Rustic Horseshoe joined us and shared photos of some of the fabulous pink stuffed animals she has designed and made. As Rena said, October is time to talk about the pink elephant in the room as we focus on spreading awareness of breast cancer. As primarily a stuffed animal designer, Rena really made a wonderful point. While she hasn't designed a project specifically for those with breast cancer, like our Bosom Buddy or the Shannon Fabrics mastectomy pillow, she can still make things that bring joy even if they don't serve a practical need. Sometimes what we really need is a soft pink elephant, or flamingo, or sloth to make us smile in hard times. And it's good to know that the SewPINK Initiative encouraged her to make a phone call she said she'd been putting off, a call to schedule her mammogram appointment. Even though they can be uncomfortable, they are the best way to catch breast cancer early. Be sure to check out Rena's post and her website to see all her cute designs. Brianna Roberts from So Cute and Quirky joined us on October 25th. Brianna shared that her own sister was diagnosed with breast cancer during a regular yearly mammogram, and she said she had to have a lumpectomy as well as chemotherapy and radiation. It was a long journey for her, and it came with physical pain and emotional stress during that time. Today, with the help of medication, she is cancer-free, and we hope she stays that way. During her sister's treatment, Brianna made a quilt and a bag for her. Now she continues to make projects for those who need extra joy in their life. For our SewPINK initiative, Brianna used 3 ByAnnie patterns to make a clam-up zippered pouch, an in-control organizer, and 3 sizes of project bags. She used some lovely new fabrics from Benartex in mainly pink and teal fabrics to match our theme, but added a good touch of purple because it's her sister's favorite color. That purple gives it a beautiful personal touch, and I am sure her sister loved these lovely bags. On October 26th, our dear friend Natalie from Beyond the Reef shared projects themed around travel. For Natalie, breast cancer and travel are deeply tied together. She shared, "I traveled every weekend for 7 years to be with my mother during treatment, during recovery, during complications, during it all." For SewPINK, Natalie wanted to make travel accessories to share with loved ones. So she made several of our So Simple wallets and suggested putting a gift card in one of the pockets when gifting it to a friend. She also made several petit-four baskets. They're a wonderful gift to give to others. They're sturdy enough to hold small items on the go, but flexible enough to fit into large bags without taking up too much space. Fill one with treats and a kind note to make it really special. They are a quick and easy gift to make for someone battling cancer, or for someone like Natalie who traveled often to be with a loved one battling cancer. It's really important to remember that cancer is not fought alone. Besides the patient, friends, family, and medical staff are all there to help in the fight. But those friends and families need support too. Making a small gift can help support a patient's friends and family. I really admire Natalie, who isn't finished making small projects for loved ones. After SewPINK, she plans on making some of our cut-it-out scissors cases and Peacekeeper project bags to give to friends. Joining us on October 27th was Monica from Penny Spool Quilts. Since she hadn't made a lot of bags before, Monica decided to start with one of our ByAnnie Basics patterns, Easy Does It, which is a free pattern with a full step-by-step tutorial. But Monica, who specializes in modern quilts and bright designs, added her own touch to really make it stand out. Wanting to use some of her scraps, she decided to make a fun Crazy Patch heart quilt block. It turned out wonderfully and makes the bag extra special. Monica's post includes a free heart template and a step-by-step tutorial to make one of these heart blocks yourself. This is such a great way to use up crumbs that have been cluttering your fabric collection. It's also a great way to practice piecing, especially for those who want to add creative blocks to their future projects. I was really tickled to meet Monica in Houston and to see her fabulous bag in person. It made me want to go home and make one just like it. So be sure to check out Penny Spool Quilts for lots of amazing modern quilt patterns and great tutorials. On October 28th, Marlene from Kissed Quilts joined us and shared the story of her mother's fight with breast cancer, which she won over 20 years ago. Her mother detected a lump just before a regular scheduled mammogram, which confirmed she had breast cancer. After a successful mastectomy, she had an oncotype test, which indicated no further IV chemo or radiation treatments were necessary. Today, she is still around and planning to spend the winter with Marlene. That story is a helpful reminder that in addition to mammograms, there are other detection methods that can catch cancer early. If you don't already know how to perform a self-examination, consider checking out the National Breast Cancer Foundation's website or breastcancer.org to learn how. Be sure to consult a medical professional right away if you find something unusual. Besides her inspiring story, Marlene shared 2 different projects she made for SewPINK. The first project she made was our Bosom Buddy, a pattern we made specifically with breast cancer patients in mind. She also made our project bags in all 4 sizes using fabrics in her logo colors. She even embellished them with her new logo labels. They turned out great. And somehow Marlene still had energy to design her own quilt pattern, which she calls Positive Attitude. The plus signs featured on the design are a great way to encourage those battling cancer to keep their spirits up and keep fighting. She used some great pre-cuts from Island Boutique called Positively Pink, which work perfect for this quilt. Nancy Myers from Patchwork Breeze joined us on October 29th. She shared the story of her mother's battle with breast cancer in her 70s and reminded us all of the importance of monthly self-exams and yearly mammograms. Nancy used Carolina Moore's Celebrity Tote Bag to make a fun bag featuring Nancy's own quilt block. One of the best features of a bag like the Celebrity Tote Bag is the large space in the front and back, which can easily feature a quilted block. For her SewPINK bag, Nancy made a Waves of Color block. This block is a great way to use scraps and doesn't require any curved piecing. Nancy suggests using a machine embroidery design on the wave units before sewing the block units together and a double-sided fusible for bonding. She says the design is deceptively simple and a great way to show off your piecing skills. Nancy included a free template for the Waves of Color block, as well as a link to Carolina's free Celebrity pattern. On October 30th, we were joined by the vivacious Jess from Oklaroots. Jess decided to try out one of our patterns that she has been eyeing for months. She used our hot and heavy pattern to make both the small and large bags utilizing a nylon exterior, water-resistant canvas interior, seatbelt webbing straps, and elastic binding. Jess chose a monochromatic nylon material with pops of color and then splashed pink all over the bag to tie it together. The bag is a great balance between style and durability. As Jess pointed out, even though it was designed to hold irons, it can be used for a multiple variety of things like traveling, crafting, or daily use. Jess also included a video tutorial on how she made her hot and heavy, with special attention on how she used our elastic for binding. I love this bag and need to look for some of that awesome waterproof canvas. Excuse me. On October 31st, Teresa of Crinkle Dreams shared a recap of some of her favorite posts on the SewPINK blog, including the mastectomy pillow that she made for her first SewPINK blog hop 4 years ago. Teresa also shared a link to her video tutorial for the smaller woven hearts quilt that she made using the pattern from the Fat Quarter Shop, and this is the one hanging behind me. Teresa said, "For my SewPINK project, I made this quilt for ByAnnie to use for their lives. While it is simply a smaller version of the Fat Quarter Shop version, it also served as a reminder to me to take care of my heart. Cancer does not run in my family, but heart disease does. And I've been unlucky enough to have to deal with a few heart issues. We get one shot at this life, and I'm trying to make my run of it as long as possible. I hope you will too." The paper-pieced block served as a sort of meditation for me, so I wanted to share it with you in case you'd like to make a similar quilt too. And wrapping up our blog hop, ByAnnie's very own Shara Larson put together a helpful blog with information on many different types of cancer. The reality is that breast cancer is not the only type of cancer we should be on the lookout for. While it's easy to remember to get your regular mammogram during October while there are pink ribbons everywhere, cancer exists every month of the year. Did you know that almost every month promotes a different type of cancer awareness? This month, November, is both Stomach Cancer and Lung Cancer Awareness Month. Have you talked with your doctor about how to screen for stomach or lung cancer? It's probably not something you think about that often, but early detection is important for every form of cancer, not just breast cancer. In our blog, you can find a timeline of when different types of cancer awareness are highlighted throughout the year, as well as many of the ribbons associated with the different types of cancer awareness. I know I'll be putting those dates in my calendar so I can remember to support cancer awareness during the entire year, and I encourage you to do the same. Thank you so much to all of the amazing designers and makers who shared their stories and talents in our SewPINK blog hop. We so appreciate your support and your help in spreading awareness about breast cancer. I hope that all of our viewers enjoyed our annual SewPINK blog hop and that it inspired you to make something special for yourself or a friend or loved one who might be facing treatment. As always, please ask for the ByAnnie patterns and supplies at your local quilt shop. These shops are such an important part of our sewing and quilting communities, and it's up to all of us to keep them strong and vibrant. If they don't have these products, they can certainly get them, either from their favorite distributor or directly from us. We are always happy to set up wholesale accounts for qualified retailers, so please ask them to contact us for more information. We also want to thank all of you who donated to the Breast Cancer Research Foundation. As you know, we joined the Fat Quarter Shop in their annual fundraiser for this worthy cause. Their goal was to raise $10,000 for breast cancer research, and when I last checked, they'd raised almost $14,000. As part of that, our ByAnnie team raised $1,250, and we at ByAnnie matched that amount for a total ByAnnie team donation of $2,500. So thank you so much to everyone for your support. Be sure to stay tuned at the end of this episode to see video clips of this week's featured local quilt shops. Today we're featuring 3 shops who were regional winners in our 2024 local quilt shop contest. Hayes Sewing Machine Company in Wilmington, Delaware, High Fashion Sewing in Grand Junction, Colorado, and Graceful Marilyn Quilt Shop in Marshall, Minnesota. I really enjoyed learning more about all 3 of these awesome shops, and I know you will too, so stay tuned. And thank you again for everyone who joined us today. We are going to be back next Wednesday at 2 p.m. Mountain Time with an extra fun episode of Live with Annie, when we'll begin announcing our brand new patterns that we released at Market and Festival in Houston. We are going to start with Side Hustle, our brand new pattern for sling bags in 2 sizes. You are going to love learning about them and making them, so be sure to mark your calendars to join us next Wednesday at 2 p.m. Mountain Time. And until then, happy stitching! Hi, I'm Annie of ByAnnie.com and Patterns by Annie. Today we are visiting Hayes Sewing Machine Company in Wilmington, Delaware. They are the regional winner for Delaware in our local quilt shop contest for both 2023 and 2024. A second-generation family-run business, the entire Hayes family is ready to welcome any visitor with a smile and a personal greeting. The owner, Trevor Hayes, started as a sewing machine door-to-door salesman to get himself through college. Eventually, he opened a physical store and even a second location, which became the Hayes Sewing Machine Company, which the Wilmington community loves today. With the help of his wife Mary and 3 daughters, Stephanie, Loretta, and Pamela, Trevor has made Hayes a dependable stop for their over 23,000 customers. The store carries a wide variety of sewing machines, including Bernina, Baby Lock, Handy Quilter, and a variety of reconditioned machines. With their combined decades of experience, the Hayes staff can seemingly fix any problem a sewing machine presents. As Trevor likes to say, taking your machine to be serviced is like treating it to a spa day. Whether it's a simple fix like a new needle, or MacGyvering a discontinued part out of cardboard and an old gift card, they will do everything they can to keep your machine running smoothly. And when it's time to move on to a new machine, they will help you find the perfect one for your specific sewing needs. Besides their wide range of sewing machines, Hayes boasts over 2,000 bolts of quilting fabrics from which customers may choose. If you are struggling to find the fabric that is just right, the staff are all experts on helping find the perfect color combinations to bring your quilting visions to life. Many master quilters remember getting their first machine at Hayes. Decades later, they still trust this shop to provide their sewing needs. Margie took her first sewing class over 25 years ago. With the help of Hayes, she has gone on to teach sewing lessons to children in the community. Another customer, Janet, who got her first machine in the 70s, says Hayes feels like a family community. The store offers many classes including basic sewing, quilting, embroidery, serger, and software, so sewists can come together and inspire each other at any level. With such a strong community, it's no wonder that Trevor and Mary were inducted into the Sewing Hall of Fame in 2016 and received Bernina's Presidential Award in 2012. Besides their 3 daughters who now run the store, the Hayes staff includes many dedicated sewists, including Helen, Mary Jane, Kathy, and Selena. Together, they have made over 200 YouTube video tutorials covering everything from machine maintenance to free motion quilting. Hayes also directly supports the community around them by supporting Ryan's Case for Smiles and the Linus Project, organizations who donate pillowcases and quilts to children in local hospitals. When you make a trip to Hayes Sewing Machine Company, be sure to check the rest of Wilmington too. In the middle of it all, Wilmington sits between major cities like New York, Philadelphia, Baltimore, and Washington, while keeping its small-town culture. While visiting this historical town, you can explore one of the many preserved sites, like the Winterthur Museum or the Nemours Estate. If sports are more your style, you can catch a Blue Rocks baseball game at the Daniel S. Frawley Stadium. When you make it to Hayes, either as a first-time visitor or a decades-old customer, be sure to give the Hayes sewing family a warm hello from us here at ByAnnie. And don't be surprised if Trevor Hayes insists on carrying your sewing machine back to your car. He looks like such a wonderful man, and this is definitely a store that I would love to visit one day. It is always such a pleasure to see a successful family-run business extending into the 2nd generation. Learn more about this awesome store at trevhayes.com. That's TREVHAYES.com. And until next time, happy stitching! Hi, I'm Annie of ByAnnie.com and Patterns by Annie. Join me today for a visit to High Fashion Sewing and Quilt Shop in Grand Junction, Colorado. They are the regional winner for Colorado in our local quilt shop contest for both 2023 and 2024. Opening their doors in 1965 as a discount clothing store, original owners Don and Arlene Vogel could never have imagined what high fashion would grow into. And it's all thanks to their son, Jeff. The day he got his driver's license, Jeff was put to work as a delivery driver for the company. Despite starting his time at high fashion behind the wheel, Jeff always had a needle in his hand, thanks to his mother's tutelage. From a young age, he tested the limits of his Bernina, experimenting on everything from outside chairs, tents, and sleeping bags to backpacks and even car seat covers for his Firebird. In 1984, Jeff took over the family business with the help of his mother. Today, High Fashion is a quilting-oriented store who carries top-of-the-line products like Bernina, Baby Lock, and Janome sewing machines. They also carry a variety of quilting cottons, widebacks, and flannels, as well as many books and patterns. The store offers classes almost every day, many taught by Angie, their local bag lady and ByAnnie expert. And if any of your equipment breaks, High Fashion offers sewing machine repair, scissor sharpening, and zipper repair. Even if it's not broke, Jeff can fix it. Jeff runs a popular YouTube channel and Shopify store where he gives sewing tips and sells his own Bernina inventions to make your sewing experience easier. People from all over the states, even as far away as Alaska, told us how much Bernina Jeff's channel has meant to them. Many people started watching during the start of COVID, and even now Bernina Jeff's videos are a comfort to many across the globe. This includes Joyce, who lives in a remote part of Oklahoma. Joyce wrote, "Without Jeff, I would be sad." I think Dale really said it best. Jeff provides so many wonderful videos which reach so much further than his local community. If you choose to join the many who have made high fashion a bucket list destination, make sure to say hi to the rest of Jeff's wonderful staff. Besides bag lady Angie, you'll meet Trista, Pam, Francie, and Lorraine, who are all ready to help you find exactly what you're looking for. Be sure to join their monthly newsletter to find out what exciting classes they're offering next. And while you're visiting, be sure to check out the wonderful nature that Colorado has to offer. With many beautiful lakes, mesas, and trails, there are endless things to discover in Grand Junction. If you prefer to experience nature without getting dirty, Grand Junction has a peaceful botanical garden complete with a butterfly room. With all that nature, you are sure to find inspiration for your next project. And if you choose to bring your favorite pet along, don't worry. High Fashion has the perfect project waiting for you. Whether you come to Grand Junction for their beautiful scenery or for a bucket list trip to High Fashion, be sure to give Bernina Jeff and his team a hello from all of us here at ByAnnie. You can learn more about High Fashion's rich history and helpful services at highfashiongjj.com. That's HIFASHIONGJ.com. And until next time, happy stitching! Hi, I'm Annie of ByAnnie.com and Patterns by Annie. Today we are visiting Graceful Marilyn Quilt Shop. They are the winner for Minnesota in the 2024 Local Quilt Shop Contest. The store, located in Marshall in southwest Minnesota, is a dream come true for sisters Michelle Sulphur and Heather Roque. Growing up on a farm, the two spent much of their time with their mother Marilyn, crafting, sewing, and making whenever they could find the time. Both girls developed a deep love of sewing and quilting that has stayed with them into adulthood. Decades later, they heard a rumor that the nearby local quilt shop owners were retiring. They jumped at the opportunity to fulfill their childhood dreams by starting their very own quilt shop. So in October of 2021, Graceful Marilyn Quilt Shop opened its doors. They named the shop for their mother Marilyn and Heather's daughter Grace, which is a characteristic they feel most describes their aesthetic. With more than 6,000 feet of retail space, the shop is filled with fabrics, embroidery supplies, patterns, books, and dozens of quilt kits. Let's let Heather give you a quick tour through a few sections.
Welcome to Graceful Marilyn Quilt Shop in Marshall, Minnesota. Come on inside, I'll give you a quick tour. Right when you walk in our shop, you will see a fun Christmas and clearance section in the back. Then we have our kids flannel and fleece. We have lots of fun kids collections, soft books, panels, and of course the flannels. Love our flannel. Then over here we have our long arm section. We also do long arming services for our customers. So that's always a fun thing to finish up customer projects. Back here we have one of our cutting counters that just got in some fabric, so that's ready to go out on the floor. We also have a dedicated classroom. It's also a work area, but we do have 3 pods of 3 tables each for classroom space. So that's always set up ready to go for retreats and our classes. But we also carry Shannon Cuddle. So we have a large variety of cuddle. Over here is our blender wall. We've got quite a few blenders there from all sorts of companies. And then this is our bag making section. We have a large variety of zippers from Sally Tomato, ByAnnie's, couple other products, Velcro, we have hardware, we've got mesh, we have elastic, we have the Bosel interfacings, webbings, handles, you name it, we probably have it, and if we don't, we will order it in.
Wow, that was fun to see. They carry a ton of fabric and so many notions and patterns to inspire you. The team's love of making doesn't end with their own hobbies, and one thing that really sets their store apart is their Makers Market. In addition to all the sewing supplies, they have also created space within their shop to showcase the work of other local makers. You can find mittens made from upcycled sweaters, goat milk soaps, candles, jewelry, crochet hats, toys and blankets, and even dog bandanas handmade by Heather's daughter. Graceful Marilyn Quilt Shop is very much a family affair. Besides sisters Heather and Michelle, you'll also find Heather's daughter, Grace, along with the store's namesake and mom, Marilyn, cousin Dawn, and even Heather's mother-in-law, Helen. Michelle's daughter, Brianna, pitched in to paint the store's unique pond and does graphic design work. Beyond family, they are further joined by Marissa, Leanne, Cindy, and Lori, and Wendy to cover all the age and craft demographics. You'll find the whole team busy restocking and adding new items on a daily basis, as well as teaching regular classes and hosting special events. Customers from the local quilt shop contest love their support for makers, including the newbies. Jackie shared with us, "I am a new quilter and they are willing to give advice when needed. They encouraged me to take a class there and now I am hooked." It's a slippery slope, but one we are happy you're on. Having support from the local quilt shop can be just the thing that someone needs to get them past the hard part of learning a new skill and making new friends in the community. Located in rural southwestern Minnesota, Graceful Marilyn draws customers from all over, including nearby South Dakota and Iowa. When not in the shop, patrons can enjoy Marshall, Minnesota's local farmers market, which runs through the fall along with sport and art events held at the Southwest Minnesota State University. There is plenty for you to do if you find yourself in the area. When you get there, tell them hi from the ByAnnie team and spend a little time checking out all the making possibilities they offer. In closing, let me pass you over to Heather again.
Come and check us out. Our normal hours are Tuesday through Friday, 10 to 5, Saturday 9 to 2, and always online at GracefulMarilyn.com. We'll see you soon.
As Heather mentioned, to learn more about Graceful Marilyn Quilt Shop, stop in the store, or you can visit them at GracefulMarilyn.com. And until next time, happy stitching!